Today on the workbench we have the General Electric P807, made in the US in 1959. I was told it needed a new battery. So let's get it open and see what's up. I say it needs a new battery. I don't think this battery's been made in 30 or 40 years. And a modern 9-volt does not fit. All right, let's table this problem for a bit. Let's give it some bench power now and see if it even works. All right, I think it has a few problems. Let's change out the caps and then deal with the battery issue. I did find the Sam's photo fact for this radio, and it gives us all the information we need. There's only 3 electrolytic caps, but there's these 2 film caps down here that I think might also be a problem. So let's take a look at those too. So look at these guys. I think that's this film cap. 500 microfarad, big cap. People who have seen my other videos know how much easier it is when the leads aren't bent over and you can use a desoldering gun. All right, let's replace this guy. 500. I got those. Well, the new electrolytic is just a little smaller. Positive lead goes over there. Are we gonna make it? No. Let's add a wire extension. All right, there's one. What about this huge film cap? So he is right here. Got him too. Let's get the new one in. 0.47 microfarads. I got one of those too. Here's the new one. Just a little bit smaller. Let's get him next. Looks like he's right there. It's a little tight in there, but I think we got one side. We did. And the other side, this must be right there. This is an easy radio to take apart. These are 6 microfarads. 6 is not really a standard value anymore. So I'm going to use 2 3.3s and I'm just going to solder them together like this. And that will be our custom 6 microfarad cap. So capacitors add when they are in parallel. Now let's get the 0.75 cap out. So easy with the desoldering gun. So this is interesting. This is a 0.75 microfarad electrolytic, but I'm pretty sure it was only being used to save money and space. I think modern film capacitors would actually work better here, and they don't make under 1 microfarad electrolytic capacitors anymore. So I think a film capacitor of the right value will actually work better. So here's a high voltage film capacitor, modern. I'm going to replace it with that instead. In some ways, we're upgrading the circuit. While we're in here, let's replace this film cap too. .1 microfarad. Let's test the caps we pulled out of here. Here's the 0.1 film cap. And totally toast. This is the 0.75 electrolytic. Terrible. ESR 12. Here's the 6 microfarad electrolytic. Not good. Here's the big 500. Pretty good. A survivor. And finally, the 0.47 film cap. Another survivor. Even though the last two weren't completely awful, it was just a matter of time. I'm glad we replaced them. I noticed when disassembling the radio that one of the posts had broken off. So let's get that glued on now. Let's let that sit for a little bit. I think he's dry enough, so let's get this radio back together again. Now what are we going to do about this battery? I have an idea. What if we take it apart, pull out these leads, and then 3D print a little box to hold 2 modern 9-volt batteries? That might work. So we just got to open up the bottom here. All right, there it is. So let's take this piece and attach 2 9-volt connectors to it. Let's 3D print the battery box. All right, here's the battery box we 3D printed. That should simulate that pretty well. This will go on top. And then we'll attach these leads to the 9-volt batteries. So let's clean these contacts up and attach these wires. Acetone is great for this. Two alkaline batteries have about the same capacity as the larger carbon zinc battery. Let's check the voltage and see how we did. Look at that, 9 volts. Think it's gonna work. All right, let's put them back in the box. I'm gonna use a few squares of double stick tape to hold the back. That way we can replace the batteries in the future if we need to. And there we have it. Let's see if it works in the radio now. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I'll be making more. And if you see something I missed, please leave a comment. I'm here to learn. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one.